P010 through Tunde X Meek say let's do more. We got the P11O, the 110. We say let's do more. Tunde Meek say let's do more. Especially from the whole Tunde and the Meek. Especially from coming from Meek and Tunde and me just blooming into this one right here and everything goes. I haven't really even heard anything recently from them. So from me just getting on the Tunde and the Meeks, and you got to say let's do more. Got to do more and everything goes with the P110, especially from Tunde coming into it. Man, Tunde too, like he has alphabet of Dixie, but and you got what Meeks and the whole thing. So especially with Tunde, he was gone too. I heard that he had a situation, an altercation. So you know, we gotta give him his whole thing, his whole prop. But everything else with Meeks and the say less and the do more, and mainly with this whole thing. Right? But especially coming from this whole like resin and everything else. But you got what them two just extra muted on.
Come on, came on
Meekz
the
did
you know.
this one.
Say, let's do more. Money on the map, we all soon talk. If you don't wanna let us in, I'm coming through doors. I need a Lambo like Bogsy with 2 doors. I'm really trying to ball and I don't do sport. Knock a pussy out, I don't do talk. Had to get it popping in the food court. Stab him in the face with a food fork. Give his body for body.
Ooh, and you know what the whole thing in it, they got the scenes on it too, like the lyrics and everything else too. Tune to yo, like with the whole thing, I got the lyrics and everything else too. Like this one right here, it just has a scenical thing, especially how the lyrics and everything else is coming. But hey, we got the whole thing around it. The way this whole thing is just malicious, like he said, it's just not this and that, and it's just another way around it. Like you hit another pro focus and everything else, like, and then they hitting skits too, and then they hitting so they got the whole thing just proceeding.
I'm really trying to ball and I don't do sport. Knock a pussy out, I don't do talk. Had to get it popping in the food court. Stab him in the face with a food fork. Give his body for body, I'm leaving you chopped. Gotta whip it with magic and I don't do raw. So I'll be winning when I'm whipping, I don't do scores. I don't do ticks.
Ooh, I whipping when I'm whipping. We don't do the score. We don't do the scores. Ooh, we don't do the whole scores. I'm whipping out the whip. Then we don't do the scores. Are you on it, Tunde? Hey, it looks like they doing something. And then you got the trap kitchen beside it. So it looks like they gonna go do a fisted hit. I don't know what's going on here, but the scene is real on this one. Like this one is a little. This one has a different opportunity to it because it has you got the rap to it, then you got the lyrics to it, and then you got the scenes to it. It's just like some some virtual type of story.
And I don't do scores, I don't do ticks, and I don't do shots.
Come on, say less, man. I'm not come straight to Mars and then tomorrow.
Get on me early, get a scan on the post, and fly straight over there.
Come on, anytime, man. I'm ready, man.
Pull up in the bold and looking like I do fraud. Kick back and make a quick quid off 2 calls. Roads are getting too hot, had to see a million shots to fill a shoebox. Gotta buy a new whack before I buy a new watch. Roads are getting fire, need to know when to cool off. Licked it in the hypo, then we zoomed off. Look calling for a few bucks. Got we some bad youths like the Boondocks. I'm out in damn coffee shop.
Ooh, cause we some bad dogs, just like the Boondogs, just like the Boondogs. I don't know if you guys ever heard of the Boondogs, but I haven't heard nothing from the Boondogs in a while, like the Boondogs and everything else. But they hitting the scorch, especially from this whole thing. Like this whole thing, it has another breakdown. Like what's actually that's like skipping through this whole thing. Like especially the way it's so, the way it just looks so for Milks, like seems so milky.
Boondocks. I'm out in damn coffee shop smoking moon rocks. I bet the Insta goes mad when the tune drops. Bad bitch on me, dog. Tell her take the lubes off. Pull up on my young G's like who you get your food off.
Built my first phone in 011. Started off on Vodafone, snapping chunks off the block. You can call it Toblerone. Let the biscuit dry and hit the block. I'm a rolling stone. Mumsy tried her best, but deep down it was a broken home. Daddy was the man, but fast money must have broke his dome. Fell off when it mattered, now I'm lost. What a fucking joke. Thought he had my back. Mum said blame it on the bud and coke. Punk says you're the man of the house. Got me stressing broke. Built it from the ground. Got me on the M-way pressing Stoke. Cookie or Kimber in mind. When I talk and choke. Shetty or Snubby on me. When I smoke or soap. Remember back then in 05. Tagging Chote and Lope. Now it's 18, I'm the kid. Who the fucking known? Remember being broke with Sam. Belling crisis loans. Fast forward 5-10 years. We got a priceless phone. Pulling down crops of the cookie. Like it's licensed grown.
Say let's do more. Money on the map, we all soon talk.
Ooh, many on the map, you know we too soon talk. Ooh, the soon top, and you know do more and say less. Like they say, you're always supposed to do more than saying like less that you're doing. Like especially altercations too. Like you got certain situations that's like people is doing the less stuff, and instead they should be doing more. Like especially from the whole thing. So it just that right there just really reaches in, like especially from the whole thing, especially from this whole thing, like it just really takes off. Really comes from another situation. It's like if you in that situation too, you probably do something less, do something more.
When the letters in, I'm coming through doors. I need a Lambo like Bogsy with 2 doors. I'm really trying to ball and I don't do sport. Knock a pussy out, I don't do talk. Had to get it popping in the food court. Stab him in the face with a food fork.
You know what it is, man.
Oh, he said what a food fork. Oh my god, he said what a food fork. He said stab him with a food fork. What a food. Hey, that's clavish too. Especially them food forks. Like you got a food fork, you just get a fork and you just hey them 4 little spots. But hey, they do it different out. They do it different how they do it. They grab anything like a fork or the main thing.
You know what it is, man. Beta UK, man. London to Manny, man. Shout out Tunde, shout out Meekz, motherfucking mob, bruh. Running shit up, man. If you do better, you do better, man. Making big moves happen, man. You know what I'm saying? Takeover, man. Manny on the map, bruh. Active. Rah.
Okay, to be continuing the whole thing, but say let's do more. We got the whole thing though coming through with this one. Tunde, especially with Meek. We got the whole Meek, but with everything else, say less and do more. Like, hey, say less and do more. We got the whole say less, do more, especially with Tunde and Meekz. Like they did official thing, but especially with this one right here and everything else, like Meekz and them, I didn't even see Meekz and them even having a crucial collab. But shout out to Tunde and Meek. But man, with the whole thing, this was like a pressure one right here, especially how they was coming through and how they was setting it off. They had the main less like, especially with the whole thing coming through this one. But make sure you guys definitely tune in with this one and everything else. And make sure you guys comment, like, and with this